This episode of Healing with Words is brought to you by the Marriage and Family Training Channel. Please check them out on youtube.com. And now, Healing with Words. Hi, I'm Bill Cruz, and I am dealing with a serious subject today, and that is the subject of, as you may have seen in the title, the perfect marriage. And I'm not kidding. It is my belief that you can have the perfect marriage. And so let's just jump right in. First of all, in the 37 years that I've been doing this, my belief was there is no such thing as a perfect marriage. Because in order to have a perfect marriage, you have to have a perfect husband, which does not exist, and a perfect wife, which also does not exist. And then after I've been married for a while, my bride started talking about the fact that, well, if there was a Mr. Perfect or Mr. Right or Miss Perfect, Miss Right, they found each other and they married each other. And so just give it up, give up the search because it's happened. So I ran for decades on the belief that there is no such thing as a perfect marriage until a couple of years ago when I was challenged by something that I read online, which prompted me to think about the possibility that there is such a thing as perfect marriage. So I dutifully and wisely met with my bride and I told her, hey, by the way, I do believe that there is such a thing as a perfect marriage. And she gracefully wanted to hear what I had to say. And so when I told her, she sort of disagreed, and together we worked out what I believe is a solid and true definition of what a perfect marriage is. And with your permission, I would like to share that with you. So, my bride and I decided that the perfect marriage is defined as follows. And I quote: two broken, imperfect people who do not give up on each other as each partner strives to improve their personal goals towards relationship excellence. And so, with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and break that down. First of all, it starts with two broken, imperfect people right there. We're in. It includes every single couple that is listening to my voice. And we begin with the fact that yes, we are broken. Yes, we are fallen. Yes, we are messed up. In Japanese, it's the term of wabi sabi, of understanding that we are imperfect people. Now, having understood that, then the next part is who do not give up on each other. And that's the key point. One of the key points in this definition is the fact that when a man and a woman uh, exchange vows during the wedding ceremony, they're basically saying, I'm going to be with you till the day I die, till my last breath. And so I remind those who are thinking about who are going through some uh, troublesome situation in their marriage is that, well, did you promise that you would be with each other through thick and thin? And for the most part, they usually say, well, yes, we did. And then I remind them, well, this is the thin part. This is the problematic part. And so if you are a man or woman of your word, then it's a matter of, are you going to do what you promised that you would do? And so, no, you do not give up on each other. And as an aside, one of the things that I really appreciate about my bride and I is that before we got married, when we were talking about the possibility, and I think I may have mentioned this in a previous podcast, we decided that divorce was never going to be an option. No matter how bad and ugly it got, we were not going to divorce. We were not going to give up on each other. And so, again, two broken, imperfect people, number two, who do not give up on each other as what? and this is the third part, as each partner strives to improve. And this is the key point. And for the perfect marriage, you know, I, as the husband, have to make it my goal to be the best Bill, the best husband to my bride as I can be. And when I was raising kids, the best father that I could be. And so I am striving, daily, on how can I improve? How can I be that husband, that the best husband that I can be towards my bride. And my bride is the same way. And I can tell you for sure that that is foremost on our minds is again, how can I be the best husband for my bride? And my bride thinks about how can I be the best bride for my husband. And so we are striving, working on to improve our personal goals. That being the personal goal of achieving, again, the last part, achieving relationship excellence. We're aiming at, like I said in the previous podcast, the cut, reset, back to one. We're thinking of the end story, the end of the movie. When we're celebrating our 70th wedding anniversary, to be looking at the story and saying, "Wow, you know what? Yes, no, we had a lot of problems and a lot of ups and downs, and sometimes roller coasters, and sometimes we messed up very badly. But you know what? We were still aiming towards not perfection, but excellence. Can I be the best husband? Can she be the best wife?" And as we are striving towards that and not giving up on each other, then by necessity we become each other's cheerleader. So I am Team Bride and she is Team Bill. And so again, bottom line, it is possible for you to have the perfect marriage. It's just a matter of understanding and aiming towards helping one another reach our goals of personal excellence in being husband and being wife. And you do those things, and like I said, you will have the perfect marriage. I'm Bill Cruz, and this is Healing with Words. See you next week.